Welcome to Let's Play Burnout, episode 5, and where ultimately we now have just 2 championship events remaining, and the first of those, if I just go into my pickup, is the Twilight Grand Prix. I'm also going to use this car in yellow because, well, that's the one colour I've not used yet. And for the first race, we have to win. And furthermore, this race is going to be an ordeal. Almost made it. And the one thing that was even more painful is the fact I'm saying that I literally wrecked. Right up to the point of when the fucking game said it was over with. Okay, I need to stop making these. I need to stop making these unnecessary mistakes. Because most of the mistakes I make, I can assure you, are anything but compulsory. But again, the sad thing is about the mistakes I make is that they keep occurring simultaneously. See my point? And that's exactly what I think deprives me the most. And that's exactly what I think deprives me the most. I mean, it was already enough of an ordeal trying to survive the first lap, let alone make it through the second. But yet, this I can tell is probably going to be one of the hardest things I will have ever had to do in a video game, you know, just basically trying to concern myself for finishing the race. Basically trying to concern myself for winning the race, let alone finishing it. Yep, okay. I take back what I said in Gridlock. This is clearly the hardest thing that I've had to do in this game so far. Still have no idea how I did not wreck in either of those instances. God, this is fucking terrifying. Using reduced temporarily before I fucked. I'm hopeful in saying that the other 2 races will be easier than this one, because this looks to clearly be the hardest of the 3. I'm just hopeful in saying that I don't have to win the other 2 races just to proceed. Because I think, judging by what I've already seen up to this point, I probably already had enough. I can probably safely say that up to this point, the fun part of this game up to this point has been significantly reduced. Has been, just significantly significantly reduced. And pretty much irreversibly deflated as a result of how much enormity. As a result of how much enormity in terms of the tasks that I have to take. Also considering I am playing the PlayStation 2 version, which might be more challenging than the Xbox version. But I only think that was the case. Or I only thought that was the case. Made the checkpoint. Can I make it up to the final lap? That's all I ask. Just get me up to the final lap. That's all I want. I just want to reach the final lap. Thank God the boost is here. And now it isn't. Because I just erased it. As a result of myself crashing. Well, at least I made it up to the final lap. Which I don't know if there's one thing that I can say at the very least. Like I did in my first attempt. I mean, the worst part of this race isn't even winning it, it's just literally trying to finish it. That, I think, is pretty much the trickiest part about this race overall. It's not necessarily winning the race, it's more or less finishing it. Okay, I really cannot afford to bottle this if I'm going to go for the win. I need to have a reasonable timing structure. To avoid making the mistakes I have been making. Which up to this point have been costly. Because if I can basically win this race, then I've basically finished it. That was a near miss. Although I'm quite sure this won't be a finishing result. I think I made too many mistakes. Well, it's going to be mighty close. I just made it by the skin of my teeth. Considering that's basically what all of these have been about. I mean, I've basically won this race because I've basically won this race if I finish it. Finish line is not far now. Come on, don't choke. Come on. There it is. Come on. Yes! Okay. Okay. Took me a few failed attempts, but I persevered. Mercifully. And I finished in 7 minutes and 33 seconds. And I had only one crash on the final lap. That's all it was. And my best lap was 2 minutes 20.6. With an overall finishing time of 7 minutes and 33 seconds. And I basically hold the bottom 2 spots for worst drivers around rush hour. Although I'm pretty sure I will have to win the other 2 races in order to proceed. Oh boy, country chaos. This is going to be even more interesting. But yeah, took me a couple of attempts to beat rush hour, but once I did, I was so relieved. Made too many mistakes on that previous run, where I basically had no hope of surviving, unless I restarted. I think the leaders just fucked off up to that point, because I basically just could not tell where they were. I fucking hate everyone that exists in this game. Going to shit yourself. Honestly, the only other gaming series I can think of that has this much chaos would probably have to be the Test Drive series. Because that's definitely got something similar towards the chaos that I'm seeing here in this game. Or definitely something similar, I should say. Just feels like everywhere I turn I'm just going to crash. Which just does not want to leave my bloodstream. It is impossible to get a clean race in this game. It's just virtually impossible. It is just impossible. I need to survive this. Where's the leader? I think I saw the first place sign somewhere. Okay, it's just up the road. Just up the road. Also, one thing that annoys me about the boost power, about the boost in this game, is that it's only available if you've gone for a certain amount of time and not crashed. And then once you have crashed, the availability is just not there. It's just not there, which really annoys me. Again, proving why exactly mistakes in this game are more than just costly. They're basically Armageddon. Because once you make a mistake in this game, it's virtually Armageddon for you, more or less. I think is probably the simplest term I can use to describe this game. I really tried to avoid it that time. Just about to know if I can actually survive the remainder. Yep, okay. Something tells me this ain't gonna go well. I'm gonna have to restart again, aren't I? No, wait, hold on. No, wait, hold on. What exactly am I scared about? Okay, this is the final lap. Okay, this is where mistakes need to be to a minimum. Mistakes must not be at their heights, they must be at their lows. Must not be at their blinding heights, they must be at their lows. What exactly was that I said about mistakes being at their lows? Being at their lows. I'm pretty sure I said something like that. But I don't know for sure what it was. Anyways, I'm not going to say anything because I actually need to concentrate if I'm going to win this, because I actually need to concentrate in order to win this. I mean, the first race up to this point has already pissed me off enough. I mean, the first race up to this point has already pissed me off enough. So, I really cannot afford another major mistake if I'm gonna make it to the finish. No room for mistakes now. Just make it. Just make it. Make it. Yes! With 7 seconds to spare. Thank God. That was chaotic. But somehow, I still won in the end. Just depends on knowing if I can win the final race or not, which I think is the biggest concern. I honestly did not think I was going to win that race. Before I started the final lap, I really did not think there was going to be a possibility I could win it. Literally had to come down to the final lap before I had enough confidence to say I could win it. Especially after all of the chaos that's emerged right in front of me. But yet somehow, in the thrill of it all, I still survived. I'll go a little longer, just to see if there's any reasonable clickbait I can obtain. Well, that actually wasn't bad for an up-close shot before the wreck happened. Still, there was probably no way before the final lap that I could have predicted the race was going to be a dub. There was just literally not a chance in hell. Okay, anyways. Let's move on to the final race, which I am pretty sure I will have to win. But first, I'm gonna have to save a replay, and that'll probably be this one. Because it was the most expensive crash. Still did not think I was going to survive this one on my second attempt. Anyways, let's move on to the final race. And where I somehow put myself on the leaderboard in terms of being the most chaotic, in terms of being one of the worst drivers, but ironically, I also set a time that was worthy of a top 5, and I also set the best overall lap time around Country Chaos of a 1 minute 47.0, and also on the worst driver leaderboard as well, because I caused basically 500 grand worth of property damage. But it's fine, because all I need to do now is just focus on not throwing it away in the final race. Let's head to Sunset River, and hopefully we will not die this time. Well, let's waste this final credit I have, since the leader just basically took the piss with the rest of us, and just basically tore himself away from the rest of us on space shuttle wheels. And this time he just crashed. Just hoping that everyone else can crash along with him. Then I might be within a shot of victory. I think that was the saloon that just wrecked there. So, I don't think it's over yet. But again, I've really got to limit the mistakes if I'm going to get through this. really cannot afford any major mistakes up to this point. Plus, furthermore, I really don't want to end up going back to doing Rush Hour again. Because fuck that ongoing traffic section. That was spooky. Probably the spookiest thing I've seen in a video game. Even though there are traffic sections in this course as well, it's not just a stretch of road where it is. It's just oncoming traffic. I'm just hopeful in saying that this one will be better than the previous attempt was. I have no idea how I managed to avoid that. That really had to get me motored up. I really had to be motored up to avoid that. Unfortunately, I was not as lucky that time. Are you taking the piss? I immediately reset and then basically I just get wrecked again. Just don't know if the taxi cab is not there to strike me again. And I think the leader is just taken off. Well, not really. Well, for sure he did, but apparently not. Because he just wrecked. So, maybe I'm not completely out of this. But in hindsight, I had to lift, which oddly enough is one thing I should not do for this championship. Well, unless I know there's a crash that's about to happen in front of me and no one's behind me, then I'll lift. Okay. Oh, god damn it! You motherfucker. I suppose it's not completely out of the window yet. But again, I still need to defend my position quite hardly. Although I still need to defend hard if I'm going to hold on to the lead. Shit! Well, good thing this isn't the final lap. But again, I knew this was going to happen. This game basically just feels like you're racing on a packet container, more or less. It's like you're basically just knowing for sure that you don't want a crash to happen. Aha! I cheated you, Mr. Taxi. You ain't gonna fuck me up this time, fortunately. Although now that I've said that, he's gonna be coming back for revenge. More or less. Anyways, final lap. Just depends on knowing if I feel competent enough to be involved in as little accidents as possible. Since chaos was basically what forged this game. Since it was basically chaos that forged this game, more or less. Very much Criterion within the unity of chaos that was effectively mixed together to creating this game, as well as pretty much every other Burnout game. Although I don't think all the other Burnout games were forged by Criterion. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that every Burnout game was made with a touch of chaos. Even though that's probably just, you know, my own query behind it. Okay. Don't choke, don't choke, don't choke, don't choke. Don't choke, don't choke. Please don't choke. Damn it. And I just threw away this race. Fuck. much. Of course. Join me in the lead. Join me in the lead. Thank Christ. I did not think that was going to result in being a win. Christ almighty. That was an ordeal. Did not think that was going to result in being a win. Absolutely no way did I think after that crash it was going to be a win. Also, I think the roadster looks like a skyline, although that's probably just me, but there we go. It is done. And in terms of my biggest crash, it came on map 3 where I caused $97,500 in damage. And overall insurance damage of $488,000, along with an average speed of 92 miles an hour and a score of 72,304. With my fastest lap coming more or less on the second lap, I think. Yeah, I've definitely taken over the top spot in terms of worst drivers overall. Just so glad to know that I was able to complete that on only my second attempt, I think. But anyways, there we go. Twilight Grand Prix has been completed. So, we've now unlocked our final face-off challenge, and we've also unlocked the USA Marathon. And so, the Twilight Grand Prix is done, and next time we will be doing the final championship of this game, which is the US Marathon. Stay tuned for more of Burnout.